And I think Thomas was really ripping off what I've been saying for a long time, rebuild. Like they're putting their faith, it seems, in this core, and I'm not so sure that's a great idea given what's happened the last couple of seasons. If you get the sense that Bo Horvat doesn't want to be around, or even if you get the sense that he does want to stick around, his trade value is pretty high right now. Get your focus on draft picks and prospects, which you didn't do with JT Miller.
Yep.
So you keep Bo Horvat. That means you got Horvat and Miller and possibly Pettersson, Hughes for a long, long time. Is that the core that's going to get Donnie a Stanley Cup before it's all over? Right, Ryan?
Everybody wants a cup.
Yeah, I don't.
It's all about us old guys.
I don't agree with you, but
you don't agree with me on what?
Well, no, because here's the worry. So you trade Horvat, right? And then you're locked into Miller, OEL, Myers. Like, again, they made the wrong call.
What's your point? Every team's got contracts.
The point is you made the wrong call from the beginning. JT Miller trading him.
So you make another one.
JT Miller trading him and then committing to Horvat as part of your core.
That was
the move.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but that's not going to happen unless you convince somebody to take JT Miller.
That's the thing.
At 7 years, 8 per.
You
weren't saying this when the
I could show you the tweet right now that I tweeted the day that they signed Miller, that they made the mistake of signing Miller.
Okay, Mr. Hockey.
No, it was clearly obvious that
they
was
had to pick one or the two, Ryan.
And they made the wrong call.
And you're saying this 10 games into the season.
No,
right?
I'm saying it from day one.
Whoa,
11 games.
Time out for a second. So what are you guys saying they should do? I'm with Thomas. If Bo Horvat, and he does, his trade value would be extremely high right now. If you can get a haul for him, he's going to be a UFA
you gotta
at
do
the
it.
end of the year. You got to do it.
Okay,
so the Miller deal is done. Like throw that. Yeah, it would have been hindsight 2020 for all of us. It would have been the better thing to do. You can't do anything about that right now, but you can do something with Bo Horvat.
But did it ever dawn upon you?
Is that wrong?
I just don't.
It's not wrong.
I just don't necessarily agree on giving up on Bo Horvat.
Okay, they knew Horvat's number in the summer. They felt it was too high. That's the reason why they did the other deal over that deal.
Yeah, but here's what I don't get. So the number for Horvat was too high. Then you go $8 million for Miller.
He had 99. He just came off of 99
yes, Rick,
points.
And what was more likely to repeat?
Do guys who have 99 points grow on a tree?
Guys, hold on a sec. The Miller deal is
It's
over.
not, though.
It's done.
He doesn't have,
trade him.
Right.
Yeah. No trade clause doesn't. Okay. Do you think that's easy to trade somebody who you have to commit to another team, another has to commit 7 years to at 8 per?
No,
let's just get rid of him. No. You have to move on. And what are you going to do with Bo Horvat? Do you really believe in him? One thing about Bo Horvat, we went on and on about his stats moments ago in the previous segments. All right, he's a center iceman who doesn't get a whole lot of assists.
No,
is that an issue? Right? I mean, you have.
You can pick apart, I don't know.
Hey, centermen are supposed to make your wingers better.
I understand,
they're supposed to have a lot of assists.
That, but the bottom line is, going back to last season, he's in the names with McDavid in terms of goals.
For goals.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that statistic over. He doesn't have a lot of assists. So what? He's scoring goals. I don't care.
Miller had over 60 assists.
Well, but I mean, Ryan, he's not the perfect hockey player.
No,
right?
Nobody I don't think said he is.
A lot of his goals come on the power play. What about 5-on-5? I know oftentimes I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying, look, here's the thing with Bo Horvat. He's the one guy right now, and Kuzmenko may be the other. Of course he would be. But, I mean, you might lose him for nothing. You might.
That's it.
There's a possibility you're going to lose this guy for nothing.
Yes.
Which Canuck fans have seen way too much of recently. If you could get a more than decent package for him, unload him. But Thomas Drance agreed with us.
Yeah.
Or with me anyway.
But the main reason why you might now lose him for nothing is because you pissed him and his camp off by committing to Miller ahead of him in the summer.
You don't know that they pissed off from Miller's
obvious.
camp.
Okay.
You don't know that Horvat's camp is pissed.
Well,
you don't know that.
Okay. But Ryan and Rick, you're like this too. You're saying the answer is because you did what looks like a bad deal with Miller, that the answer is to bring back the whole core. You sign
everybody.
Bring back Horvat, bring back Pettersson, Hughes,
Besser.
everybody, Demko, everybody, Besser.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
what's going to happen. Probably what's happened the last few years. Do something different, rebuild. Get picks and prospects. I don't have a problem with that.
You just said, though, how it's impossible to move Miller. Again, this rebuild thing, you still have no answer for how the hell are they
Ryan,
rebuilding
it's done.
when OEL's
It's
locked
done.
up for a million
It's
years,
done.
Miller's locked up for a million years, Myers is locked up for a million
So
years.
what's your point then? So lock up Bo Horvat for a million years.
And
your point,
and
you're
find
not
a way
making
to
sense.
find a way to trade JT Miller. Again,
I agree with that. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, so again, though,
if you think if you think he's underperforming, you don't think the rest of the National Hockey League thinks that,
Yeah.
and they're going to want to give an underperforming guy 8 years?
Okay, the bottom line is apparently teams are sniffing around him off 99 points, and that was clearly, obviously, a career year. There was still a market then.
But Ryan, I agree with you. Yeah, if you can unload Miller instead of Horvat, sure. But
you're
good
going to
luck.
tell me if you
Good luck,
sold
buddy.
if you sold Miller on 75 cents on the dollar right now, 60 cents on the dollar right now, there's not a team out there that wouldn't sniff around on that, even with the contract length. Come on. Yes, there would be. Somebody out there
let
would
me
be.
let me ask you guys this: do you think it would be easier to unload Horvat and get significant picks and prospects,
Yes.
or Miller?
Well, of course it would be,
Horvat.
because of the age.
Oh.
Like, and that's why
He's not 10 years younger. He's 3 years younger
that's a
than
big
Miller.
difference, Rick.
Oh,
That's a
no,
big.
big difference.
That's not because of the age; it's because of the contract.
Yeah.
Well, it's both.
Sure.
And that's what this management group couldn't see.
I just don't get
tying themselves to
okay,
Miller.
So
You're just-
you've signed what you feel is a bad deal. A lot of people feel is a bad deal. You've got company. I get that with Miller. So go ahead and sign Horvat and come back with the same core year after year after year.
no, but that's not what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm
So
saying.
what are you saying?
You find a way to trade JT Miller
Oh
this
my
year.
God, we're going in circles.
Jeez.
We're going in circles because you're asking me the same damn thing. I'm saying to you that that's the answer to the problem, and it's very obvious that that's the answer
and
to the
I
problem.
agree with you.
And
You
why,
wanna
why
move
all
him.
of a sudden is Bruce Boudreau suddenly talking
So-
about the dressing room?
So
Wonder
you
why
want
that's
to move?
happening.
You want to move him because he's a bad contract, but you want the rest of the 31 teams in the NHL to take that on.
Because I'm saying, Rick, somebody
Have fun.
Okay,
Have fun.
Again, bad contracts are moved. They're still moved
Have
in the
fun.
NHL.
Have fun.
This management team's the only one that can't figure out how to move him. Apparently,
Nobody is
you gotta
taking
come up
JT
with-
Miller for you. Nobody's taking
But
him.
again, if you're asking for 3 first-round picks for JT Miller, yeah, there's nobody out there.
Okay.
But if you trade him on 60 cents on the dollar, you decrease the contract, you decrease your ask back. Somebody out there, I think, would take that contract. Again, not for a pick, a prospect and a roster player. I'm not asking for that in return. It depends on what you're looking for back to make that deal happen.
Really? Thanks. You got to come up with better takes. This is the master of the obvious stuff. Miller's it's a bad deal. It'd be great if they could get out of it. I agree with you. Okay, done.
Okay.
Okay, and re-sign Horvat.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
What's more likely though? What would be more likely? Unloading Horvat.
You
at
want
this
to talk
point.
Captain Obvious? Yeah, that's Captain Obvious.
He's
That's what I do.
Trade Horvat, of course.
By the way, Ryan, there's a lot of work to do before Horvat gets signed. Lots of work. I'll leave it at that.